Hi guys, it's Mark from Super Cooler again. Just wanted to show you my latest commission build. It's a New Hope E11. It's weathered, textured, it's added details in terms of metal bolts, screws, all that sort of stuff. It has an aluminium barrel, and the rest of the parts have been cast from my L2A3 Sterling SMG. Where you can see some of the bits here. These are all the original parts. I've got the Engstler counter as well as the M38 Sherman tank scope. So I'm going to clear all these off in a sec, and then I'll go through the function of this deluxe one and I'll show you the weathering and bits and bats like that. Okay, so I've cleared all the other bits away, well, most of them. So let's start with the trigger assembly. This is the original, taken from me Sterling, well, one of my Sterlings. I've redone the whole blaster after stripping down, as I say, one of my other Sterlings. Those of you who know, you'll have seen I've had to chop it up, but what it's allowed me to do is to really get into it, so I can replicate that for you guys, really. This one's the cast. 4 separate parts. You've got your trigger guard, your moving trigger, you've obviously got the assembly, and you've got the selector switch, which on this one I've installed with a rotary switch, so it locks in 3 positions, as you can see. And kind of going with the way it was installed on the original, I've tried to emulate that as much as I can do in here, so I'll just show you how that works. So, excuse me, pop the assembly in and it'll catch at the top, line up. Now this is just purely to play about with. You probably would want to permanently fit this in by adding some adhesive, but as your grip goes on, pop your locking pin in, little click, and there it is, all good to go. Okay, so that's that bit done, I guess. Magazine, again, I wanted to improve the magazine, especially the end cap. On the last one it had quite a bit of material on here. Pain in the backside to cast, but as you can see it's so much thinner for you guys that have already got a kit, and quite a nice copy of the original one there. What else have we done? Oh, let's show you this actually. So this is a locking function, so as you can see that's well in place there. To release it, depress the release mechanism. I don't know if you can see inside there, this little plate sits up, catches into the groove that I've put in there, and that locks it in place. Nice little click as well, that sound when it goes in there. So yeah, that's the new magazine, the new magazine housing. Next up we have the end cap, which not only does it fit and twist to lock on, it will actually lock due to the lock and release clip here. See if I can show you how it goes on. So pop it on. Well, you can't twist it without releasing the clip, then it'll allow you to twist it. And the other thing is you can't take it off unless you use the clip, so that's a really good function that I like quite a lot. Folding stock, let me get the blaster right for you. It's self-locking, so it has a spring inside the arm which has a plunger on it. Let me see if I can just find the arm. Yep, so this is the original one. So within this there's a spring fitted with a plunger, and obviously you've got your locking clip that goes onto that as well. So when you open the handle, show you, there's a wee little clip there. Now that pushes the plunger back which unlocks the hook, which allows you to sort your stock out. Also, it won't lock in place until you pull the end cap back, which again is a nice little feature that has resulted in stripping down the original one, and that's allowed me to really get into the detail on that. Release it, push your end cap in, and as you can see, as soon as it starts running off, it locks, and again self-latching, and it holds in place. What else have we got? I think that's it. Oh no, we've got the magazine as well. Not the magazine, the bolt. The bolt again, fully functioning. Got a nice little kick to it. Well, that's the functions of the deluxe version. You know, with that you've got your locking magazine, your trigger mechanism, removable grip. You can field strip it to a degree if you want to. Locking end cap, moving bolts, and functioning folding stock. No magnets, nothing in there. It's just springs and what have you. Holoscope, if I've not already said that. Yeah, so just while I've got it in my head, actually, a lot of people keep asking me about weathering and all that sort of stuff. It's not as hard as it might look. It's pretty simple, to be honest. Base coat of silver, which is, I use this stuff, which is really good. I really do like it, and I got put onto this by a friend who's a fellow prop builder. Base coat's silver, then a bit of a wash with this burnt umber. Once that's on, bit of cloth, start dabbing it all off, and I will weather the whole thing. I won't just pick parts to weather, I'll do the whole thing before putting that black on it. Once we've taken the burnt umber off, it's a case of latex rubber. It's brilliant for masking. So you just paint that in certain places and let that dry, and then throw a coat of Rust-Oleum over it, which is this stuff. That gives it its texture, and I'll just zoom in a minute to show you the texture of it. Aged iron, again, it's really good. You gotta be careful with it because it can stick, and you can end up losing a can because you can't get anything out of it later on if you've used it once. Once that's on, final coat of that stuff, again brilliant, fairly cheap as well, and then it's a case of using a little bit of blue tack to pull off your latex once obviously your paint's cured, and you just give it a bit of a rub like that, and it'll expose all of that lovely sort of aged metal underneath. So yeah, I'll just show you the details. So you've got your replacement screws in there, grub screw on the power cylinders. What else have we got? Yeah, your grub screw in there, and your various other metal bits that are on there. But let's see if we can get you, if you can see the texture there. And obviously we've done the, out of the way, the brass hang stutter, and to give it a slightly little, I don't know if you see that metallic, more metallic look, again real easy trick is this stuff, graphite powder. Dry brush it all over it, and then take it back with a dry cloth until you get that metallic sheen on it. Same again for the scope. I coat it all silver, then throw the brass on, again the masking fluid trick, and again take it back with the blue tack. I think that's it, guys. Hope this little bit of the vid helps with the your weathering. and stuff like that. It's a lot easier than it seems, honestly. Because I know a lot of people are like, oh, I'm not too sure about the weathering, but it's really easy. Okay guys, anyway, thanks for watching. All the information in terms of kits, builds, blah 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 blah, it's in the pin post on Facebook. Well, it's changed to announcements and featured now, hasn't it? But you know what I mean. Any issues, give me a shout in terms of not finding yourself around the pages, or if you need any advice or any spare parts or anything like that, you know where I am. Thank you.